Hi, everyone. I'm Josh Elliott.
And I'm Anne-Marie Green. We are getting breaking news out of Syria. The second in command of ISIS has reportedly been killed.
We want to get straight to the Pentagon, where our Homeland Security correspondent David Martin is. David, what can you tell us?
Well, U.S. officials believe that they have killed a man named Haji Imam, who was one of ISIS's spiritual leaders, and he went back all the way to the founding of al-Qaeda in Iraq back in 2004, and then kept up the fight after al-Qaeda in Iraq was dismantled, kept up the fight by joining ISIS. He was viewed not only as one of their inspirational leaders, but also as a man who had considerable control over their finances. He sat on their leadership council and was considered by some to be the man who would succeed the leader of ISIS, al-Baghdadi, if he is ever killed. But that apparently is not going to happen because U.S. officials believe he is now dead. This is going to be announced here in about a half an hour by Defense Secretary Carter and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Joe Dunford, when they hold a press conference here at the Pentagon. That press conference is designed to show the progress that the U.S. and its allies are making in the war against Iraq and against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. And the point they're trying to make is that even though ISIS is able to pull off these terrorist attacks in Europe, they are taking a pounding in Iraq and Syria, and they appear to be on the retreat, but nobody knows how long it will take to actually defeat them. Now, normally, the U.S. would not announce the death of a leader it only believed it had killed. It usually doesn't make these announcements until they are absolutely certain they got the man they were trying to kill. In this case, apparently Defense Secretary Carter is eager enough to show progress in this war that he is willing to go with a lesser standard of proof and announce that they believe they have killed him.
David, you mentioned that we will be hearing from the Pentagon in roughly a half an hour. To this point, is there anything that you can tell us as to the operation that took this man out?
No, there isn't. You assume that it was an airstrike, but you don't know that for sure because now there are special operations forces in Iraq which are capable of conducting raids to capture or kill enemy fighters. Their preference is to capture because then they can use them for their intelligence value. So the fact that this person is believed to have been killed tells me that it occurred in an airstrike, but that's just my own deduction. I don't have that from any official sources.
All right, National Security Correspondent David Martin, thanks a lot.
Sure thing.